Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about how we can create different types of groups and how we can assign the applications, administrator roles and profiles and many other things. So this is specific to Okta, right? So group is something which we can group out the access roles or permissions and add individual users and maybe add permissions to it, right? So I'm going to show you that how we can create a group and then how we can assign a role, how we can add different users to that group. And that way we would be able to manage those groups as well. And that's going to really give us the control on different application level, as well as user access level, as well as on the role permissions. If in case we wanted to uh, provide least privilege permissions on different set of users and groups, and those people should be able to access particular capabilities and manage that one, right? And it should not be something everyone has all the controls, all the permissions on it, and they can go ahead and do anything, whatever they want, right? And that is why the group is something where we can limit down the permissions and access levels and everything together. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen quickly here. So before that, I will simply talk a bit about, or just a moment, okay, so let me share my screen here and I will simply show you how we can create a group and then we can move it. So here you can see I'm in the Okta admin portal, right? And this is the home page, or we can say the dashboard, right? And on the dashboard, you can see overview page and status and then tasks, org-wide changes, security monitoring, rate limit monitoring, applications, and app sign-in data, right? So this is all about the dashboard of the our homepage, we can say, right? But I wanted to show you how we can create a groups, right? So here's the group under directory or groups section, and from there we can simply go ahead and create different groups. So now we are on the group page or group portal, we can say, and there you see there are two different default groups, right? One is with everyone, which is kind of a dynamic group, right? And that group is created as soon as we create the Okta tenant or Okta trial account for us, right? So this group gets created automatically, and you can see that there is another group called Okta administrators. So this is also another group when we create or create different users and assign administrator roles. So this group is also created automatically. We or I as an administrator don't have or have not created it at all. So if I click on it, it is going to open for us and show us this group cannot be modified because this is created by the system, right? Also, there is no action for us to take. It is not going to let us make any changes, make any configuration changes, or add or modify or delete anything on that, right? Also, you can see the attributes, including names and description for the group. And you can see the Okta administrators, and then you can see this bit of description of it. Similarly, if you go back and see the group, which is everyone. So everyone group has people, applications, profile, and directories. So even this group is also automatically created by Okta system, right? And you can see this group's membership cannot be modified because the group is managed automatically by Okta. You can see that here. Also, you see there are different users which I have added, right? And those are active users, and you cannot add any people or any users to this group, because any users that we are going to add, that is going to be automatically added in this group. Also, you can target application access, right? So here you see application, we can assign any applications if in case we wanted to, and that application would be available for all those users who are part of this specific group. Similarly, you see a profile for this group where you see the name and the description. So these are the attribute of this group, and then you can see the details about that. So this is a bit of the details, but also you don't have option or any way to make any changes on this group, as this group is created by the system automatically, and we don't have permissions or we don't have any authority on it. And the last option is directories, right? So from here we can add or manage a directory. So what is directory? Directory is nothing but uh, a complete directory where we can add or we add people, applications, and groups and everything together, and that's going to be considered as a directory. And from here we can manage that directory for this specific group, right? And you see at the top when this group was created, which shows us here on 29th 12/24, and the date is also showing the same. Also, you can see the logs page from here, and it is going to show us what was the change happened at what time and date. So here's the only one log that was collected or that was captured by the system, and this is the target ID of that group, right? So this is basically a group ID, and then this date and this time with Indian Standard Time, because this was captured basis on the tenant country or tenant location from where it was created and uh, accessed first time, right? So let's go back, and I'm going to show you how we can create that one, and then we can go ahead and do other operations, right? So from here, I'm going to create a group, but before that, I wanted to show you other two options where people and applications. So this group is something which is automatically created, but still this group has few people as an end users and it doesn't have any application assigned yet, right? That is why it is showing up 0. But if we have different groups across the organization, then definitely it would show us. So now I'm trying to add a new group or create a new group. So I'm just going to give it a name here. Let's say SF, or maybe I'll just simply SSO apps. This is just a group name. Group name can be anything as per your needs and requirements. And I'm going to give it a description. This is for SSO enabled applications. That's it. So this is the description that I wanted to give. And then click save. So as soon as we click save button, this group is created here. And you can see it doesn't have any people or users and any applications. So now if I click on this group here, it is going to show us the detail about this group. At the same time, you can see there is action button or action capability for us either to delete this group or edit this group, right? And here below, you can see we can add different users to this group. You can add the applications and profiles. So I will go ahead and add users from here. So I'll simply click on this plus button and this user is added, right? And then I have option to assign people with the CSV by importing it. Also assign all people in my organization. So this is a one-way action. I don't have to select one by one users manually. That is really great option from here too. And once done, I will simply click done button. So once that is done, here you can see those people are added. And if in case I wanted to remove it, I will simply click on this cross button. So this is going to remove that user automatically. So this was about adding the users. But also, if you wanted to remove all people from the group, you have this option here. You can simply click on it and click on this button. So all the people would be removed from this group and they won't have access to it, right? The next step here is to add application or assign an application to this group. So if I add any application which is available for users, that application is going to be allowed or accessible to the users basis on requirements, or maybe whatever the application we have provisioned with our OKTA tenant, that application is going to be available for them. So currently I don't have any application here, but let me search if anything comes up. No, so there is no application as of now, and that is why it is not showing anything. But as soon as we have that application here, we can simply search it and add, and that would be added here. right? Then next is profile. So under profile, we have only these two attributes where name and description we see. We can click on edit button here and change those details if in case we wanted to change or modify. And that way we can make the changes. The next is directories. So from directory, we can go ahead and click on manage directory for this group. And then we can add all. So it is going to check and find all the application names, and then those can be added either with the members or member list in short. And here you see different buttons like first or last, previous, and next. So these are the buttons, whichever records you wanted to select and add into the members list here. And this way we can add it and then click on next button. So I don't have currently any of those, so I'm not going to add. And the very important feature or capability of this is to add a role, right? So here you see there is hyperlink for us or administrator especially to move out to the administrator page. From there, we can manage the roles and permissions for different users or groups, right? And this is in context of assigning permissions to group, right? And if we don't wanted to follow that one, we have this option here, edit group assignments. So if I click on that, it is going to simply open this page where it is going to show administrator assignment by admin. And then, so from here, you can see complete the assignments. And here is the notification in yellow color, which is you can only add 3 standard role assignments at the time or at a time, save your changes and add for more. So at a time we can add 3. So let's say go ahead and add. So these are the different administrator roles. Also, you can click on create a role. So which is going to be customized role assignment for us. But for now, I'm going to select the one role here. And also there's an option for us to add any particular application or permissions wherever we wanted to add, right? So here we have option for displays up to 10 apps in the search results. If you don't want to or don't see the apps that you are looking for, try a more specific search items. So I'm not going to find or look for any apps as of now, but this way we can add for application as well. And then you can click on preview. So preview, this role is assigned or added to this group. And once done, we should be good to click save changes here. So now it has saved the changes and this group has the administrator permissions. So here you can see administrator, application administrator role is assigned, and whoever is a part of this group, right, they would get administrator permissions, right? So now to see that in action, now this account which I have logged in it has already a super admin permissions, but this another account which was added there, which is this second one, you can see here, this one. So I am going to open that account here and simply I will log into this admin account or admin URL with that user account and show you how that works, right? So let's see. And it should allow that account to log in to the portal because it has the administrator rights, right? So let's go ahead and refresh this page. Maybe it is just taking time to uh, pull up that details, and let me close out this one. All right, so let me authenticate this request here because it has asked to authenticate. And once it is authenticated, it should be allowing us to get into the system. Perfect. Here you can see now this account is also, or this account has also an administrator permissions, which is application admin. And you can see there are very few feature capabilities are available. this account or this user doesn't have full permissions as the super admin has, because this account has only application administrator permission. That is why it is showing the administrator capabilities to manage, or application administrator capabilities to manage, right? So yeah, this way we can filter down the permissions and then only provide or give the permissions which are needed, following the least privilege zero trust capability or the zero trust principle, right? So let's go back to our main admin portal. And from here, we saw that or assigned the role, and the role was in effective immediately within few seconds, and it didn't take much time, right? So this way we can add groups or create a groups and then assign roles and applications and everything together. And also, if you in case you wanted to change anything, you can click on edit and change it. Or if you wanted to delete it, you can simply come or click on actions and delete this groups directly. So yeah, and there's another option which I wanted to show you is view logs, right? So view logs is going to capture all the transactions or all the changes that happened on this group, and those can be audited and viewed as required and we can see who has done what change or what capability was changed and added and modified and all of that stuff. So you can see this is so apps, then this was added, then this group user was added, and then we have added group privileges on group, and then you can see that this app instance was assigned or added to this group successfully, right? So yeah, this way we can see and manage and maybe modify anything that or whoever has added the capabilities on this. So yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you will like it. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to watch other videos and keep watching and learning and exploring things. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.